Hey there, everyone. Today is Wednesday. I'm here in one of our stables here at Peaceful Acres Horses, and it's a different kind of morning for me here and for our team because we lost two of our beautiful seniors yesterday. We had to humanely euthanize Fast Pass, who we lovingly named Doc, and Chosen, who I named when I saw him in an auction and then purchased by a kill buyer, and knew I had to save his life. So that's what Peaceful Acres did. And, for those of you who might be seeing this as a first post, or maybe you've been following me and Peaceful Acres Horses for a long time, I just want to clarify something. When I say and when we say that we keep our promises, what I mean by that is promises don't mean that we can prevent death and that we can prevent suffering. And in the equine world, what happens is rescuing them might be from cruelty or from the slaughter pipeline or auctions. And oftentimes within the auctions and within the slaughter pipeline, there's horses like Ivy League, who have lived a life of, in her case, racing, and then being an Amish buggy horse. And it's interesting as I think back that I actually differentiate between abuse and neglect cases and the slaughter pipeline as if they're two totally different things, or maybe somewhat different things. And I just want people to understand that horses that are not protected, horses that do not have planning associated with them, whether it be through an industry like racing or the Amish or showing or anything, any kind of industry, and I'm not putting that down. I am saying anyone that has the responsibility of a horse that lives a long time really needs to think about what happens to that horse when you no longer are available to take care of it. And that's why I started long-term care for horses as an insurance agent, to help people to make good choices in case they are no longer available to make decisions for their horse's long-term care. And that's typically when someone predeceases their horse, and that happens a lot. And some of those horses end up in auctions, many do, and some end up purchased by kill buyers and then shipped to a brutal death, to slaughter. What happened yesterday with two of our seniors that we saved in 2024, December of 2024, they were our Christmas saves, is they came to us with chronic disabilities from overwork. Chosen was an Amish work mule, and Fast Pass Doc was a standard bred Amish buggy horse. They both ended up owned by a kill buyer and in a ship pen. And we had to step in. We chose to step in and save their lives. This is Ivy League. And Ivy League is standard bred that also came to us with a past that harmed her more emotionally than it did physically. And our vet is coming today to sedate her so she can get her hooves done. And most horses, that's not the case. But in her situation, she was so badly treated that she has incredible fear. Now, if I walk up to her, hi, baby. She still steps back after being here for a really long time. But in order to keep our farrier safe, because her hind end, whatever happened to her, whether it be an accident while she was a buggy horse or whatever, she has incredible fear. So let me bring it back to promises kept. What we mean by that is we work with an incredible team of people, our farrier, our veterinarians, that help us to keep these promises. And sometimes there are things that break our hearts, like what happened yesterday with having to humanely euthanize two of our precious seniors because of chronic disability, lameness, and injury. Now, those things didn't happen here at Peaceful Acres, but we helped them to have a really great life while they were with us. And we need people. We need people like you to come and show up like our team did yesterday, like our team does every day, to show these guys love and care and compassion. Sometimes we're the only people who ever have. And sometimes we are catching a horse in an auction or in a slaughter pipeline that has been loved by someone, and maybe their owner had a critical illness or an injury, or maybe they predeceased their horse, and their horse didn't have a plan. There was no plan. So some of those horses are here too. They're lovely. They're emotional support horses. Even Ivy League is a beautiful emotional support horse. People love her. She's kind, she's gentle, but she has fear. So please consider joining us. If you're local to the Capital Region, please become a volunteer caregiver. If you're not, and maybe you are, to become a hay baler. That doesn't mean you're a hay farmer or stacking hay. It just means you're making a contribution to buy a couple of bales of hay a month, or become a feed champion or a sponsor. So all of these horses here at Peaceful Acres Horses deserve sponsors and feed champions. So please consider us. We are keeping our promises, but the only way we can do that is with your help. Help this little grassroots organization who's been around and kicking since 2007 as a 501c3. Help us to keep our promises. And the other thing I'm asking is keep us in your prayers. Hold us tight in your hearts and know that despite our losses, we know that when we wake up in the morning, we've got to love more. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for your wonderful hugs and love that you send us anytime we lose one of our precious seniors. We really appreciate you. PeacefulAcresHorses.com. Please join our newsletter, and please become a feed champion, hay baler, or volunteer. Thanks, everybody. PeacefulAcresHorses.com. Ivy, you ready for breakfast? Hi. Hi, sweet girl. She's adorable.